everybody, and welcome back to Mind Your Money. If you are here for the first time, my name is Tasha, and my husband and I are documenting our journey to debt freedom, financial independence while building generational wealth. And we're starting with managing money, budgeting, saving money, and getting out of debt. So if that interests you, please go ahead and click that red subscribe button along with the notification bell so you'll know when to come back around. And all of my legacy builders, my fellow friends, internet cousins, welcome back. Thank you for clicking on the video. I am going to be closing out our fourth paycheck for March of 2021. And basically everything is the same with the exception of groceries. So let's get into our grocery budget first. So really quickly, so I don't hold you guys too long, we made everything that we said we would, with the exception of the pork chops with gravy that's still in there. My husband decided that he wanted to cook grilled salmon on a salad a couple nights, so we had some extras, and we spent $94.88 for groceries, which was less than what we budgeted, of course. And I am so excited because both of my youngest children, a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, both qualify for WIC. So I did a virtual appointment with them last week, and thankfully we did get it. So WIC, if you don't know, is a state program that provides nutritional grocery items or meals for children. So not meals, but they provide milk, vegetables, fruit, and formula and whatnot. Of course, my 1-year-old is no longer on formula. He was breastfed the entire year, so he breastfed for 13 months, and he just gets regular milk. So usually we buy 4 gallons of milk. This time we got 3 from WIC, which was a blessing, and the other items I had to purchase. So that is what helped us stick to that $94 stick to under budget, which was $94.88. So that's what we did. I did get Fetch rewards. Let me tell you how much I got. 1,200 points, y'all. I'm gonna put it on the screen because I don't remember the exact number, but I got a good amount of points. So Tara, there you go. I scanned my receipts and we got some good fresh rewards. Okay, so now back to this budget. Now we did budget for $900, and that's exactly what came in. I explained this in the last video, and just in case anyone else is interested, the $900 that we're using is not the full paychecks. It's actually we're rounding down so that we can create a larger buffer in our account. The tithe is the same at $107. Rent is $300 because we put aside our rent each and every week. Groceries came to $94.88. We don't roll over our grocery money. We basically start fresh every time because we like to do a zero-based budget each and every time we set up our budget. And I keep checking to make sure you guys are in frame. You in frame? Are you in frame? Okay, 107 plus 300 plus 94.88 means that we have $501.88 for our bill total. So I'm going to put that here. Okay, and what's left over after we subtract the $900 is $398.12. All right, for our variable and envelopes, we're not putting anything into household or miscellaneous, but we are going to play a game to find out. No, scratch that. We're not going to play a game. We're going to ask Alexa this week how much money we should put into our March Madness, since it's the last week of March, the last Saturday where we're doing this. I'm still super excited and a little bit sad that it's almost over. So stay until the end if you want to see how much we're going to put towards that. Okay? Now we are at our sinking funds. We still have $398.12 to work with. So we're going to put the same amount that we budgeted into each of our sinking funds. Now, if you weren't here before, or if you just missed that part of my last video, which was the budget setup, we are going to put $1 into each of the sinking funds that are not a priority right now. We are very intentional about the budget. So, and about our money, because we have goals that we want to reach. And in order to do that, we have to be intentional. We have to be very focused. So our sinking fund total for this week is $47. Our leftover is going to be different. So we started with $398.12. We subtract 47 from that, and we get $351.12. So we are going to bring down that $351.12. $150 is going towards the student loan, and it's not going to 828. So you're probably going to be like, what is going on? So we actually paid that off, and you guys will get to see the full update in my debt update for March video that usually will come out within the first couple of days in April. So I'm excited. I'm excited to shade in. I'm excited to give everybody the update in case you missed the last video or my updates on IG. So student loan 825 is going to get that $150, y'all. So 150 is the total because we're attacking one loan at a time. So from 351.12 minus $150, we have $201.12 left. And that's all because the food we were under for groceries. All right, now we are going to bring that down, and we're going to look at our actual for our extra savings. 52-week challenge is built into our annual budget at $21. Okay. 1 month ahead is still going to get the $64, and I might as well make this uniform because I'm putting the cents. So let me make this look uniform because y'all know me, I'm a little bit okay. And another check. You're in frame. Bless the Lord. Okay, now we need to do a little more math here. Now we started our extra savings contributions with $201.12. We subtract 21, then we subtract 64. So we have $116.12 left. That $116.12, we need to figure out how much is going to the emergency fund and how much is going to March Madness. Before that, the Zero Out Challenge is going to get some love from us this week. So we're going to put $6.12 into Zero Out since we're working with $116.12 left. And the Zero Out Challenge, in case I didn't mention it before, this money that we're saving up is going to pay for our Costco annual membership. We don't have to worry about that when it comes. So we're going to subtract that $6.12 and we get an even $110. So now we're working with $110. Let's ask Alexa how much money we should put towards March Madness. Pause, please. Alexa, please give me a number between 0 and 50.
Your random number between 0 and 50 is 16.
16, y'all heard that? Alexa, how are you doing?
I'm waffling between good and great. Happy waffle day. By the way, I'm also pretty good at math. See if you can stump me with questions like, what is 21% of 42?
Okay, Alexa, what is 21% of $3,568?
21% of $3,568 is $749 and 28 cents.
Okay, back to the regularly scheduled program. So Alexa chose $16 and we are going to subtract that from the $110 we had left and we get $94. So $94 is going to the emergency fund today. And we are going to stuff our March Madness cash envelope. And the big reveal is going to be a separate video that I'm going to release on Saturday because I don't want this video to be too long because I already have my April budget setup video, and I'm recording other videos today that I need to get out. So I want you guys to be able to see that, and hopefully it's exciting for you as it is exciting for me. So $94 is going to the emergency fund, and we're going to do one quick check on all of our numbers to make sure everything lines up to what it should be. So 21 plus 64 plus 94 plus 612 plus 16, 201.12. Thank you. Okay, $201.12, and that gives us a zero-based budget. And if you're not following what I did not have enough space to put March Madness on this side under extra savings, so it's connected here, and I'm not going to draw an arrow because that's just going to look not nice to me. So let's check to make sure all the numbers add up. We started with 900. We subtract our bill total, then we subtract our sinking funds total, then we subtract our debt snowball, then we subtract our extra savings. Boom, there it is. Zero-based budget, y'all. Thank you so much for rocking with me. That is that. Now, two things are happening. We're stuffing our March Madness envelope next, and then we're also going to shade in our trackers for the 1 month ahead, because baby, we did it. We did it. We put $1,200 into the 1 month ahead account last week because we used some of the stimulus money to help us get ahead, and we're putting $64 from this paycheck budget to go towards the 1 month ahead account. So we're going to do some shading in as well. I had a few money thoughts that I wanted to share. A little bit sad about final week of March Madness money, but so happy that so many of beautiful, awesome creators came together to give to the communities that we've been building, and also to just collaborate and help each other win. That's what this unity is about. So I'm so happy and grateful for that. We did well. The debt snowball for March was just amazing, I think, and I can't wait to close out and find out how much we actually put towards debt, and to, y'all celebrate with me, because I'm proud of us. We are actually doing better than we've ever done before. We are adding cash envelopes. I'm going to be stuffing those. It's actually just $50, and that is for laundry and then for my 3 boys, because when we start going out and they want to go to the store, they want to stop and we're doing fun things, they can have a little change to do what they would like to do. Creating a buffer is working because we are budgeting on less income. Sorry, there's a plane going overhead because I live very close to an airport. So I dream all day about getting on a plane again and going somewhere far. Increasing our emergency fund. Y'all know we did that. Please follow me on Instagram if you don't know what's going on there, because I'm sharing the good things. I'm sharing the wins as a way to encourage everyone watching to say that you can do it too. Even if you are a hot mess like me, who didn't care about bill collectors and wasn't paying attention, wasn't saving money, wasn't budgeting money, you can turn around and do better just by making small little changes every day, every week, every month, and then you'll see how your savings and your debt repayments will be successful. So let's get into the cash stuffing part. All right, so this is the March Madness envelope. Mine is kind of coming apart a little bit because I didn't laminate it or anything. But this is still available on RochelleAdamson.com. It was created by Wanda Print Creations. It's a free printable. I believe you can still get this on Rochelle Adamson's website. You can even save it for next year's March Madness, because I think this is something that might come around again, and I hope it does. So this week we are putting in $16. This is prop money. On Saturday you will see my big reveal. So there's 10, 15, and 16. We're not counting this now. I'm just going to put it inside the envelope and write on the back what we did for week 4. And I'll do the big reveal on Saturday. Okay, really quickly, I didn't have enough money to put into the household envelope, and so I'm just going to put money inside for our 3 boys. It's 20, 40, 50, and my oldest 2 will get $20 each. The baby will get $10 because he's still not speaking full sentences yet because he's one. So whatever he asked for probably won't be a whole lot. So that is it. We put $50 in there for them. Put $64 into the 1 month ahead sinking fund for our 4th paycheck. So that means we get to shade in 4 of these beach balls. Now, if you guys have not yet seen my April budget setup, you will see it very soon because I scheduled it for Saturday. I did send out a poll on Instagram. Nobody responded. So I guess it really doesn't matter because I was really concerned about having too many videos coming out in a short space in time and not giving, the viewers enough time to actually watch the videos. I mean, really, you can watch the videos at any time, but I don't want the community here to be so overwhelmed that they're like, that's just too much, and then, lose interest. So I just wanted to know and hear back from you guys. What do you think? Because at the end of the month, it gets busy for me because I start looking at our debt and how much we paid so we can do an update. And then I need to close out the budget. And because I budget by paycheck, there's a new budget set up every week. And then there's a closeout for that budget every week. This is really what I do. But I guess it really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things because it still needs to get done. And we're, gracious enough to put it on camera so that we can at least have some accountability. And this community is far beyond awesome. When I tell you, really awesome, because I felt so much unity and just support here that I haven't felt before, because sometimes you feel like you're the weirdo. You're the one who's not going out on all these lavish vacations and buying all these fancy things right now because you're focused on getting rid of debt, and you're talking about wealth and all of that. People were talking about partying and YOLO, and sometimes you feel like you're alone. This community makes me feel like we're not alone. There are actually people out there who want the same things, and even though they have a different tactic that they're using to get there, is pretty much the same, because the end goal is building a legacy, leaving a financial legacy as well as the spiritual one, emotional one. You want your children to be healthy in all aspects of their lives. So we're doing it, we're just doing it in, with different ways. So I just thank you for being here. I'm glad that you guys have found value in this channel. You find value in the content, the way I'm sharing the content, and hopefully you're encouraged to continue and don't give up, because there are times and there are days, even within the last week or so, where I felt like giving up, because you don't know about the uncertainty with these times, because 2020 was just crazy, and then 2021 started off crazy, and you just sometimes you feel like it's not worth it. But when I look at the wins and the things that we've done and the things that we've accomplished, I realize it is worth it. And when I see other people winning and when they share their stories, I'm like, it's possible. You can really do this. You can really accomplish what you set out to do, and having a plan of action makes it all come together. So there you have it. We shaded in 4 of the beach balls, which represent $16 each. This is how we're going to be 1 month ahead on our food grocery budget. And once we finish this, the next step is going to be putting money aside for inflation. So we set aside $500 to also go in the 1 month ahead account, because we know that things are changing. Groceries going up, gas is going up, and we want to be ahead of the game on that. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for rocking out with me, Legacy Builders. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and enjoyed it. And remember to mind your money, manage it well, live your lives to its fullest. Bye for now.